up, my man? How are you?
Good, man. What's going down?
Not much on football practice.
Right on.
Yeah, I got a question. That internship that you roll with, is it possible to go to school while doing that?
Like locally here, or are you talking about?
Yes. I'm talking locally.
Yeah. We got a couple of guys that do that. It's pretty flexible.
Okay.
Why? What's up? What do you want to do?
Just because, man, it's like, just say this security job I got ain't working out, man. I just need a change, man.
Like specifically, what do you mean by like not working out?
It's just like it's not gonna take me anywhere. It's not gonna do anything for me. It's a security clearance job. However, all I do is I sit there.
Yeah.
I sit there literally all day, and then it's basically like having duty.
Yeah.
Like if there's a construction worker or something that was in the barracks,
Yeah.
like you'd watch it. You know, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Escort people around, like mostly construction workers, and it's not gonna do anything for me. And then I looked at some of these other opportunities here, and they're kind of along the same lines. And then I saw your program again, and then I saw you have a fellowship program starting in August.
Yeah.
And that's next month. And then I saw your internship program, and I saw you
Yeah, honestly, man, like.
that we can sit in on the classes and stuff.
Yeah, the fellowships, man, it's so freaking. I mean, all of it's competitive because we only have like limited budgeting. But if you kind of like firm up with like what you're wanting to do and everything, and freaking, you're serious about it, man. Let me know, and we'll see what we can do. But dude, we've been down this road before, dude.
I know, man. But every time like something happens, like the last time this happened, unfortunately I got like my DUI, so I had to take care of that.
Yeah.
And now, that all got taken care of, and it got dismissed after the end of it. But and then I got this job, and then I started school. I've already been in school here for a year already. And I've been trying to put my research in. The school that I go to here, there's one right there in Dallas, Fort Worth.
What school is it?
Brown Mackey College.
What's the what do you want to study in?
What I'm studying right now is criminal justice.
Why?
Because I think like I'm pretty decent at being security, being a police officer, DEA, federal agent, something like that. Like I think that stuff would be pretty interesting, and I'll be pretty good at it. I understand like the basics of your program, entrepreneurship, and getting business, and intern hiring veterans. I just don't know if I'm cut out to make a business plan.
It's not.
That's the biggest thing.
Like, man, I don't know if you realize this, dude, but you and I do this at least once, sometimes twice a year. Since
Yeah, no, I know that.
No, dude. Don't think that. Like, man. Let me preface with this, dude. One, I love you, dude. Like unconditionally. I really do, man. And you know that. It's gonna sound like I'm lecturing you, but I need you to take it on the level of, like, say, when you first came to the fleet and I was your fucking sergeant or whatever. So there's no pride behind this. Dude, you can do this, and you can continue doing this, and a year's gonna pass by, 2 years gonna pass by, 4 years, 6 years, next thing you know, your whole fucking life passed by. And that sounds all dramatic and shit, but it's not, dude. It's the fucking truth. Because this is Groundhog Day for me, dude. It's not just you. It's the majority of veterans, man. They remember when you were in recruiting and you came and we went to Vegas and all that, dude. Like, I was like, dude, like what you have right now, that level of confidence and that skill set of selling, that can go anywhere. Do you remember all that? And remember your sense of pride, dude. You're like you were so sure of yourself. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Okay.
talking about.
So
That
so
right
so
now is not the same.
no. So listen to me, man. You can't say that you never had it. So you had it, but what happens? This is what's going on every day in America with veterans. Is you feel like a fish out of water because you were that certain because one, you had a sense of purpose. Man, to us, man, we joined the Marines because it was the fucking hardest and it was branded to be the most elite and all that stuff. So your self esteem, how you saw yourself, was nobody could tell you. If I told you that you're a piece of shit, fucking dirtbag, what I could basically put down anything possible when you were at that state of mind, and it wouldn't have affected you. Why? Because you believed in yourself and you knew who you were. So it doesn't matter what people tell you are. When you know who you are, they can say whatever the fuck they want to say. So know that how that works. It's not a false pretense. It's not a false fucking motivation. It's real. Remember, like physically feel like how you felt when you were that certain about yourself. And why were you certain that for yourself? It's because you were well trained and you were a part of something. You belonged to something. There was prestige that went with it. You know, there was respect and stuff that went with the uniform, all those things. And so now you transition out and it's automatically, oh man, like, it's like you become the opposite of what you were because you're like a fish out of water. I say, hey, what are you studying? What are you doing this? And it's all these uncertain words. It's because you are uncertain. You lost yourself. You lost your identity. And now you're just kind of searching. And your words are completely different. Why are you doing criminal justice? Man, because I'll probably be pretty decent in this job. I don't think you probably used the word decent once when you were fucking in your A game, dude. Everything was fucking top percentile. How did fuck did you finish and have recruiter of the year and all that shit? Talking like that. And this again, dude, this is not false motivation. It was already in you. You've already, you know what I'm saying? You've already proven that you have it. You just have to believe in yourself again. And at the end of the day, dude, you have to humble yourself to the sense of, look, man, I don't know everything, and there's people out there that have been there, laid the landscape, and I have to humble myself again to the level of when you went into boot camp. You didn't know shit about being a fucking assaultman. You may have shot a few guns before you went into the fucking Marines, but you learned a completely different trade. You didn't only just fucking learn it, but you became an expert at it. And then you learned fucking 50 cal. And then they fucking sent you to fucking recruiter school. Before you joined the Marines, you didn't have any fucking formal sales training. You didn't have any fucking instructor school. But you learned these new traits because you humbled yourself and you're like, okay, I don't know shit about this, but I trust that the Marine Corps has a system that's going to teach me and make me good at it. And that's how you learned it. So with that mindset, you got to understand, man, you can do and you can learn where the fuck you want to do. You shouldn't be making decisions on because I think that I'll be decent at it. It's, no, what do you want to fucking do, man? I want to fucking fly to the moon for whatever reason. Dude, you got to realize that, man, that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You just have to fucking train for it. And you're not training from day one. You're not starting over from square one. You're complementing all the leadership skills and the traits and the discipline that you already had. That's what your differentiators. That's what sets you apart. That's what is going to make you top in your class and speed by it and the discipline, the showing up on time. Just those little things that the typical civilian, the non-veteran, doesn't have. But man, it's a lateral move, dude. You don't go into becoming a fucking black belt McMath instructor or a Hirsch master or a fucking CMI, and you just walk up in there because you're like, oh, I'm a fucking Marine. I got 8 years in, whatever. You have to fucking start and you go through a formal school. That's why it's called a formal school. You're sitting in there with fucking colonels and fucking gunnies or whatever when you're a fucking boot. You know what I mean? Like that. It's that same mentality. But see, what happens is that sense of pride that you had when you belonged to an elite group like the Marines, you want to take that pride with you, and you're too prideful false perception is that you're starting over. I'm going back to school. That I'm going to be sitting in class with these kids or whatever. Dude, you can do what the fuck you want to do. You just have to fucking train for it. It's the same concept as in the Marines. So as soon as you start to believe in yourself, and it's easy, dude. It's easier than you think, because how you get there is you have to realize that you were there once. And then two is by training. Because what made fucking Marines, what made us be able to fucking, clear rooms, attack a hill, and do all these things like it was muscle memory? It was because we fucking, repetition, and we trained. So when you train and you understand the SOPs, that instills confidence. Confidence fucking makes you be able to fucking walk into anything and do anything. Just like when you fucking, the feeling that you are when you go on leave, or when you just got out of recruiter school, all those things. It's because you were well trained. You had the tools and you knew what to do. Realize that in the private sector, it's the same fucking thing, dude. No fucking different. It's a regimental school into the private sector. But you gotta drop that pride. And it's not even dropping that pride, dude. You just have to realize that you're not starting over. You're going to a regimental school. You're adding a fucking notch to your belt. And when you can humble yourself and realize that and start to believe in yourself again and start to give me that Howie that was fucking that staff sergeant that was fucking recruit of the year. That guy, I could put him in any fucking industry. 0 fucking degrees. And CEOs, HR managers, fucking team leaders, they're going to be like, I don't even know what the fuck that guy does, but I want him on my team. I would say that. And I'm not saying that because you fucking served with me. I would say that because I'm doing that now. That's how I fucking live, dude. I find those people, and I do everything in my power to keep them around me, to empower them. What do you need, man? What do you need? Because that's what feeds the team.
You're right. So, I gotta find this stuff out, man. I really do. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. Dude, the moment that you want to fucking commit to something, man, like commit, dude. There's no 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door, fucking testing the waters, this shit. It's like, no. You didn't fucking re-enlist and say, you know what, I'm going to try out recruiting school. You committed to it. And look what you did when you were in there. These aren't new concepts to you. You're just having, most veterans are having a tough time understanding how they translate into the private sector. And I just told you, dude, you've got to realize, man, none of this is fucking false motivation. I fucking been there. I lived it. I am living it. But man, it's very frustrating time and time after again, but I do understand and I respect it. People have to they have to feel their own pain. Everybody's got their own path. I may have found, a system that can alleviate a lot of this bullshit and empower veterans so that they can be force multipliers and go out there and create. And I may want it for all veterans, but at the end of the day, what I've come to realize is not one human can control another human. I can try to influence all day long, but the best way that I can influence is by setting an example and by just being what I'm preaching, and that is integrity. And remember, man, integrity is not always what society wants it to be. It's not always a good thing. Sometimes the integrity of being your true self is being an asshole. Sometimes it's not always going to be appealing to everybody. But integrity is always staying true to yourself and believing in yourself and not swaying to any kind of societal pressures. Because when you consistently do that, like you did in the Corps, man, that's where things just start snapping for you, dude.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's my problem right now. I'm so all over the place, and I can't commit to shit.
Well,
and then I get scared of shit, and then I'm like, fuck, this ain't right, and then yeah, you're right, and I call you again.
Yeah, because you're
every single time.
And man, don't think that you're a special case, brother. I fucking love you, man. And what why this is happening across the country is because you're in remote freaking whatever Albuquerque, New Mexico, and there's not like this. Dallas is a special place, man. There's like this safe haven here of veteran-centric, of veteran-friendly organizations, people who just love veterans, and so like here, there's not just me. There's like dozens of guys like me that are actively going towards the Howies and saying, "Hey, man, that's great that you excel at that, but have you tried this? Have you tried this?" And it's everything that you're accustomed to when we're in the Corps: constant accountability and self checks, and it's all about self improvement. And so when you're where you're at right now in New Mexico, you may be doing a lot of the right things by trying new things, but you're having a hard time staying motivated, staying committed, because there's not guys that have already laid that landscape, that are staying with you, that are mentoring you, that are coaching you, saying, yeah, dude, this sucks, but just do a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like you're like going through the first phase of boot camp. Yeah. You're like going through the first phase of boot camp by yourself. And you're like, dude, this fucking sucks. Why am I doing this? Is this even the right thing? This doesn't bring me joy. Let's try something else. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Howie, right now, man. I'm telling you right now. I'm not fucking asking you. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm telling you right now. I believe in you, and it doesn't matter. I know for a fucking fact that you just have to pick one thing. I don't care what it is. If it's fucking becoming a police officer, starting a business, starting a fucking yoga gym. I'm talking about commit. If you commit to whatever, you will be top percentage successful in that industry, because I've seen you in action, and I've seen your the skill that you bring to the table, and not everybody has that, man. I was trying to recruit you 4 or 5 years ago in Vegas when you were recruiting, because I knew. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
See,
At the Hard Rock.
yeah, exactly, dude. When you're in that mindset, it doesn't matter whether you have a college degree or not. People want to be around that, and people want that on their team, because it's decisiveness, it's certainty, it's the ability to act on what you believe in. Not everybody has to believe in the same things, but I want to be around the people who, one, stand for something and have the integrity to maintain it and to be able to execute on it. And that's everything that a freaking Marine is, dude.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, can I ask you this? Let's say, what if I wanted to continue because I'm a year into my GI Bill already. But let's say I want to go down with you, and I want to work in your internship program if I'm accepted, and I still go to school at the Brown Mackey right there. Is it still possible to continue with my criminal justice degree? Because I really do. I think I want to.
Dude, anything's fucking possible, dude. Let me tell you something, man. I learned this concept from my brother, my oldest brother, Paul, who mentored me when I was, growing up before the Marine Corps and everything. He's like, man, and he didn't even really like force this upon me. It's just something he said, but I live by this, man. Don't ever make a decision based on money. You want to fucking do something, just do it, dude. Don't do something because like, oh, I've already, my GI Bill or this is going to cost too much. Man, there's always a way, dude. Especially, that's what Marines are fucking specialize in, is figuring stuff out. You just have to pick something that you genuinely are motivated and will commit to. The rest, I promise you, dude, is all success. And those successes might not come like how you expected them to, but if you commit to anything like how you committed to the Corps, committed to MOS training, to SOI, to freaking recruiting school, just that same attitude, dude, doors will open up for you because it all starts with believing in yourself. And how do you believe in yourself? When you're confident. How do you get confidence? With proper training. That's just it, dude. That's easy. But I'm telling you right now, when remember fucking Call for Fire, and they're like, you're like 2 left. You don't do that. You bracket and you make bold moves. And I've been trying to get you to do this for the past 4 or 5 years, dude. You need to make a bold move. Stop doing these, oh, well, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. Dude, make a complete move, a change. If you're going to commit to something, remove yourself from the situation of what is not working and try something else. But you can't just keep doing 1 left, 2 left. That's what you're doing. You're never gonna see change, bro. And I'm not saying that we're the answer. I'm just saying you need to know that what you're doing right now, and you need to know that the solution is a lot easier than you think it is.
Yeah, I understand it. But I really do firmly believe that I do need to change, and I need to diet, and I need to do this stuff.
Okay, then what? Okay, you believe it. I believe you. If you say that you believe it, then I believe you. I have no reason to question that. Tell me, if you believe in something, what is stopping you from doing it? Because I'll tell you this: how I live, I believe in something. Expend all resources towards it. It might not be what everybody else agrees on, but it's what I believe in. And at the end of the day, when I fucking close my eyes or I'm fucking gotta check out, I will have zero regrets because I always acted on what I believed on. And I know that.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing stopping me, and this is 100% honest, I would never lie to you, is leaving cheating. That's the only thing. But then I think, well, you know what, I need to do something else for myself to better myself. That way I can better his life later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and man, there is. I would never try to act like I guess what I'm trying to say is, man, I feel your pain, dude. That unconditional love that you have for your son, that we have for our sons, it's a miracle, man. I understand what people say that when they say like kids are miracles, man, and I believe that, and that's what makes it hard. But you gotta look big picture, and you're thinking in the right direction already. You're no good to him at operating at 40, 50, 60, even 80, 90%. He needs you at 100%. And so your core focus needs to be, what do I need to do to get into my 100 percentile? Mentality, physical, everything. Because you can't give what you don't have. And you can't fucking give him this leader of a father that you once were if you're not him now.
Yeah, you're right.
So, remember what?
I'm probably operating like 65% right now.
I'm
going through the motions of this shit.
So you know all this. Make the change. You control everything. Is there going to be sacrifices? Are things going to be hard? Of course, man, but that's what fucking life is. Did you think fucking going off to boot camp that oh man, I'm leaving my family or whatever, this and this? But you knew those things and you still did it because you saw the fruits at the end of it. It's the same concept, bro.
So this is what's going to happen. I'm at Keegan's practice right now, so I'm going to go home. I get home and I'm going to apply for your internship program because I can't make
Yeah.
for the fellowship.
Yeah, you would make it into the fellowship anyways, because most of our fellows are interns first anyways.
Oh.
Yeah. And do that and shoot me a text and let me know when you submit it. Put some time and effort into that thing because it's highly competitive.
I will.
I love you, brother.
I'll shoot you a text when it's done. I love you. Thanks, Drew.
Absolutely, man.